Yeah, Spider-Man here. Come and get this win tonight.
Me and Brandon went to UCLA to visit some kids on Halloween.
I have Crohn's, so
I have Crohn's.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Anytime we can reach back out and, make somebody smile or make somebody's day or just make the day easier on somebody, going through a hard time, it's a really humbling experience, and I love doing it.
It is early in the NBA season, yet the Lakers have already established themselves as the new-look team that was promised. Tonight, even though the Raptors pull away in the fourth quarter to win, the young core once again impresses. And as they leave their locker room, they are greeted by a cherished member of the 2001 championship team, as Horace Grant, his wife, and their daughters drop by.
Who's number 54?
Been powerful, ever.
You gotta go to custom jersey.com.
Man, go. Get up.
Good to see you.
All right, Lou.
After sharing laughs with his former teammate, for the first time, Horace meets Lonzo Ball.
Before you get on that flight, would you mind taking a picture? Okay. Guys, quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Oh, sorry.
Quick, he has to go to Utah. To kick some butt.
Man, I love it. Hey, seriously. I mean, totally. And you just turned 20, correct? Yeah. Go up there and kick ass. All right. Nice meeting you. All right.
In less than 24 hours, the Lakers will be back on the court against the Utah Jazz. However, Grant's observation that Ball just turned 20 is an understatement, because today is the day the Lakers' prized rookie steps out of his teens. And as he steps onto the Lakers' charter plane, his fellow rookies have a surprise in store.
Hey, everybody. Hey, yo. Want to sing Zoe happy birthday? Go ahead. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lord. Happy birthday.
Triple B on the man. Super Saiyan. Triple B is going out. CO2. Triple B's in the house. Woo! Turn up.
What kind of cake is that?
I don't know.
Is that like vanilla or chocolate?
We're going to eat some of this cake.
Birthdays, especially those that end in 0, inevitably bring about reflection. And for Zoe, that means looking back upon his first few games.
First game I had, I was very excited for it, but unfortunately I didn't play to my best abilities, and I could have did a lot better. But the good thing about the NBA is it's a quick turnaround. So second game I was, mentally prepared, physically prepared, and came out with a good game.
While Lonzo's first game was a struggle, his second played out more like a dream.
Here's Lonzo into the front court. Lonzo steps back, dribbles down the middle all the way, hook pass up and in.
We set the first screen, they went under it. So, we could set the second screen a little bit deeper. Set the second one, and kind of got caught up on it, so I came off. Big man came to help, and, Larry's very explosive, so I just had to get by the rim, and he did the rest.
Lonzo, hook pass, wide open Brook Lopez for three. Give the assist to Lonzo Ball.
Well, on that one was a little different because both guys went with me to the paint. Since Brook's such a great shooter, he can space the floor. I really didn't have to look. I knew where he was. I just kicked it back to him, and he knocked down the shot. I think that's just passing my whole life pretty much to my brothers, the people I've been playing with. And, it's not hard to pass to a 7-footer like that with great hands.
It wasn't just Lonzo's passing that was on point, as he showcased all aspects of his game.
Clarkson pulls up, give it to Lonzo.
On that one, the first dude came flying at me for the three, so I went by him. And then help side came, and I was trying to go middle, but kind of got the bump. And then anytime I can get back to my left hand, I feel pretty comfortable, so turn back, to the left and just shot it.
Lonzo looks much more comfortable tonight.
I practice that move a lot, especially turning back to the left, because that's how I shoot the ball, so it's very comfortable for me.
As the game progressed, at times, Lonzo looked more like a quarterback than a point guard.
Here's Bledsoe, head down, driving.
Bledsoe throws it up, Lonzo, long lead, what a pass, beautiful, they can't finish it though.
That's just how I've played my whole life. Usually that's my brother catching it, When in this case, it was Corey. And anytime I see my guy kind of in front of the other guy, I'm gonna throw it most of the time. Once I saw Corey, you know, make eye contact with me, he saw I had the ball, and I saw he was in front of everybody, you know, there was no hesitation. Just let it go and let him do the rest.
Lonzo again, a great pass. Ball now, will hustle it into the front court.
You know, I just got the ball out as fast as I can, try to get the defense to collapse to me.
Lonzo, good bounce, Corey Brewer. Beautiful dime by Lonzo Ball.
So the three guys around me, I pretty much I see them, I know what they're capable of, you know, if they can get the ball or not. But I'm more focused on Booker, and I see that his vision is towards me and not Corey, so I already know Corey's gonna cut back door because we practiced that a lot. So, you know, once I saw Booker's attention on me, kind of just left it for him.
That's what Magic used to do with you guys. Just pushed it right to the front of the rim and set Brewer up for a layup.
With all facets of his game clicking, when the Lakers needed to close out the game, they knew just who to turn to.
Well, I was in a good offensive rhythm that game. Hit a few shots, so this time they started going over the screen. So Bledsoe got over the first one. So we set a rescreen. Brooke was able to kind of get him out to play. And it was one-on-one with me and Tyson.
Lonzo down the middle. Lonzo left-handed up and in.
I drove, and I like getting to my left hand when I get to the basket. So kind of gave him a fake on the right and finished it with my left.
Lonzo's playing like a 10-year veteran tonight.
My confidence was very high that game. You know, pretty much all the plays were ran for me, so I figured I had to put the ball in the basket, and that's what I did.
A basket here wins the game.
That play, there's definitely some miscommunication on their end. I saw the lane open up. You know, anytime the lane opens up like that, you're just gonna take the drive, and that's what I did.
Lonzo dribbling right, Lonzo down the middle, nobody stopped him, reverse layup, good. Lonzo Ball has 29, and this is the guy we thought we were gonna see last night. He just took a night late to show up.
You know, I had my teammates behind me, had my coaching staff behind me, and just did everything I could on the court to help my team win.
As Backstage Lakers continues, a beloved alum returns back home after going back to school.
Hello, everyone.
Backstage Lakers is presented by the Mercedes-Benz dealers of Southern California. Today's the first day of training camp for the South Bay Lakers, the minor league team formerly known as the Defenders. And a beloved Laker alum is back in the organization, this time as a brand new coach in a brand new facility.
My first day here is just like any other training camp. It's a process, keep working, keep getting better. It's not anything really to judge or to see where guys' flaws is at. It's all about just getting better and just contributing. It's different doing it from a coaching staff now.
Meta World Peace's return comes just 6 months after his final game in uniform.
MWP again, 4-3, World Peace.
His new title, Player Development Coach for the South Bay Lakers. Thanks to his extraordinary talent and hard-nosed game, the player formerly known as Ron Artest has always commanded instant respect, especially in the organization where a clutch Game 7-3 sealed a 16th championship.
You know, I love his personality, I love his attitude, I love the way he truly loves the game of basketball.
Love working with Meta, obviously a champion and one of the great defenders of the time I spent in the NBA. How much he's helping us out, we'll find out, but it'll still be nice having him around the building, talking to players and having them pick his brain a little bit.
Since leaving the Lakers in April, Meta has stayed busy coaching his kids, including high school senior and highly touted prospect, Ron Artest III. He's also stayed hard at work on other endeavors, including spreading awareness about mental health, expanding his unique clothing line, and even lending support to a co-ed basketball league. However, recently, Meta has set his sights on a long-held dream off the court. When this summer in Westwood, MWP began a journey he hopes will someday result in a master's degree.
Oh yeah, off to UCLA. Signed up for an extension class, which I'm very proud of. The reason I wanted to go to school was because I didn't want to leave anything to chance. I'm involved in a couple businesses, and rather than always trying to find people to work with, it's like just go to school, learn it, and go from there. I'm not retired, but for my Laker stint, you know, kind of the new regime, you know, I think they were heading in a different direction, so a little bit like nervous, cause I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? I could potentially be done, you know, for the NBA as a player. It was a little bit frightening to kind of step into that space, but then within an hour or 2 hours, I called UCLA and said I would like to take some classes in digital analytics. I can really, really benefit myself if I take advantage of the time that I have. What's up, fellas? Just in case I go back to the NBA, I could have took steps in the right direction. Hello, everyone.
Thank you for taking this class. Really excited to teach you guys the class about social media marketing. I've been in marketing for about 25 years, worked in various different industries. I give examples, case studies, tell you my mistakes, tell you some of my wins. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I think today's class is very helpful. A lot of things that I want to implement in my business, a lot of things I want to help other, athletes and help other just people in general that don't really know how to market themselves.
Anyone here wear Under Armour? Yeah? Sport?
Snowboarding.
Oh.
Basketball.
Really? Never guessed. Does anyone know what experimental or experiential marketing is? Anyone?
Is that like going out to stores and marketing?
It's exactly what it is. Experiential, think of the word experiment. It's basically an event marketing.
Out of class today, I think the most important thing to me was event marketing and then actually monetizing at the events. That's something that makes a lot of sense.
This company that's been around for 95 years has this 95-year mentality of, Ron, can you turn off your phone?
People checking up on me.
I know. I'd like to ask you guys to please turn off your phones. Thank you. I want to introduce one of our students here, Meta World Peace.
Thanks for having me in your class. 17 years playing pro, went to LaSalle Academy High School. I'm gonna do one class at a time, chip away at my master's, and still run my side businesses. I already learned so much and implementing things into my business right now, so that's great. Thank you. Nice to meet you. All right, man, see you later.
Back at the South Bay Lakers training camp, MWP looks forward to becoming a part of a winning formula for the G League team.
What I want to bring to the table is just have a good time, implement what coach wants, and really just get better. That's it. It's not anything I want to bring out of my personality. That's the last thing I want to do is try to have somebody be like I was. I'd rather people just do the best as they can do.
1, 2, 3, bam.
As Backstage Lakers continues, a purple and gold Halloween party across the Southland.
You're a witch? What you're witching in?
And for one Lakers fan, an unforgettable treat.
Did you say immunosuppressed?
I did.
Me too.
Awesome.
Halloween is in the air at Staples Center. And while most of the Lakers wear their usual street clothes to the game, a few come dressed for the occasion.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, you look fantastic. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is your Urkel, but please tell us the inspiration.
I grew up watching Family Matter. Urkel is I'm a big fan, so I just wanted to do something that was similar, try to throw something on.
Hey, appreciate the time, and you made me look bad. That's all right, though. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, back to you. I should say Urkel.
And Caldwell-Pope isn't left hanging.
What's going on? Y'all doing all right? Yeah, Spider-Man here. Come and get this win tonight.
As teammate Corey Brewer drops by in the form of the friendly web-slinger. Out in the crowd, plenty are in the mood as well, donning their favorite costumes, as they wait for their hometown heroes to face off with the Pistons. And earlier in the day, just like the fans inspire the Lakers, a few Lakers sought to inspire some young fans at a nearby children's hospital.
Me and Brandon went to UCLA to visit some kids on Halloween, and it was us and a couple therapy dogs were there. And I'm a dog lover myself, so it was pretty cool having some Laker-colored dogs there for us.
Second year in the league, and to go see these sick kids' faces and especially try to put smiles on their faces, I think that's the best part of our job.
We got some good-looking stuff in here.
Bring extra positivity to them and make them smile and give them joy. It was great for us.
There we go, there we go, there we go. What's up, man? What's up, man?
Meanwhile, Lakers headquarters in El Segundo welcomes an invasion of kids eager to trick or treat. And for those still in need of a costume, Lakers guard Tyler Ennis is on hand to assist.
My hands barely fit in there. Got them some costumes, different kind of costumes, and you know, just a bunch of kids that wouldn't be able to go, you know, trick or treating, so we took them here. You're a witch. What's your witch name? Matilda. Matilda the witch. Oh, Abe Lincoln's a good one. How about Abe? For some reason, no kid wanted to take the Abe Lincoln or the George Washington. Why not? Which one? But you know, I think we got the Flash. We got a bunch of creative ones, but I think we actually got one kid to take the George Washington. Hey, there you go. That's the one I'd like.
Who's ready to do a little bit of trick-or-treating? Yeah! There's Tyler Ennis who's here today. How about a little bit of noise for Tyler?
Yeah, well, we got 50 kids. They're coming from all different areas across Los Angeles. With these kids that we're working with today, they don't have a safe place to go trick-or-treating or have a safe place to have Halloween. So we wanted to give these LA-based kids the opportunity to come to our house, and they also got a chance to pick up some fun items and candy along the way.
Back at the Children's Hospital, Larry Nance Jr. and Brandon Ingram are staying busy, using Halloween to lift spirits.
And then I got some candy if you want some. Here you go.
He's tall. He is tall.
I'm tall.
And while every child brings a smile to their faces, one patient shares an unexpected bond with Larry.
You want to pet him? I can't. I'm immunosuppressed.
As we were about to go home, we went into one last room, and it was this girl named Sarah, and you know, we started, you know, kind of sharing stories back and forth.
Did you say immunosuppressed?
I did.
Me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have Crohn's, so
I have Crohn's.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
It was really cool to, you know, to share our experiences and, you know, connect with her like that.
See, I found mine when I was a sophomore in high school, 16 years old.
That's awful. It's a terrible time.
It's a really bad time.
Yeah.
Her spirit was incredible. I've been very fortunate in, you know, in my diagnosis, and so it's been pretty easy for me. But, you know, to see her, you know, still smiling, laughing, you know, going to school and everything, with how harsh her disease has been on her is, you know, inspiring.
Do you have to watch your diet?
Like a hawk. Yeah, that's why, like, I'm carrying this around, like. For me, it's like nuts and seeds and like popcorn. Popcorn for me is like, I missed like 4 games last year because of one like kernel of popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I talked to her for another, you know, 20, 30 minutes before, you know, guys were begging me to get out of the room.
I tell people my intestines are bad at their job.
Really?
Yeah.
I tell people that like my analogy is like, imagine putting a marble in a garbage disposal.
Oh.
That's my analogy.
That's a good
and that's
one.
what it feels like, yeah.
That is exactly what it feels like.
You never really get used to it. You know, we've been given such a fortunate lifestyle and such a platform to be able to help others that, you know, anytime we can reach back out and, you know, make somebody smile or make somebody's day, and, or, you know, just make the day easier on somebody, you know, going through a hard time. It's a really humbling experience, and I love doing it.
Bye, guys.
As Backstage Lakers continues, familiar faces square off and reunite.
Seeing him in another uniform, it was pretty crazy.
Back in the spotlight.
Man, there's a lot of media out here.
As Laker players Brook Lopez and Kyle Kuzma enter Staples Center to face the Brooklyn Nets, so do the 2 former Lakers they swap teams with, Timothy Mozgov and D'Angelo Russell.
They got D'Angelo and Timo coming back into Staples. I'm sure there's nothing they would like more than to come in and get a win here in LA against their former team. It looks like you put on some muscle, but that's what happens in this league. You learn, you struggle, you get better, you get more talented, you get more physical.
Man, there's a lot of media out here.
What do you think about when you think about your Laker experience more than anything else?
It was great. It molded me into who I am today. It gave me that approach to the way I approach things today, and I wouldn't want to change it for the world.
What's up? I thought we had some really nice moments with him, and I thought he showed some really nice promise as a young player. and he looks like he's in a real nice groove right now.
I went through a lot while I was here. For me to move on, that's what they felt was best. Can't complain about that. A fresh start's always good.
At the early shoot-around, Russell gets to catch up with his former trainers and coaches and reunite with old friends.
He was real close to me while we was here. Probably one of my best friends on the team. It was crazy just seeing him in a different uniform. You know, he's always on our side the last 2 years. Seeing him in another uniform, it was pretty crazy.
It's weird. You know, you used to having him on our side, so it's kind of like, you know, I guess reality hit a little bit, you know, that he's not here. You know, he's obviously doing well over there, so I'm happy for him.
Everything's different. Just to stand in a hotel, you know, stuff like that. But I think winning is the main focus at the end of the day for no matter what the circumstances are.
Tonight, the Lakers take on the Brooklyn Nets.
All the fellas on the Lakers know that D'Angelo's back in town, and they don't want D'Angelo to come in and have bragging rights over these guys.
Kyle Kuzma gets his first career start.
You're going to get a win today. Let's go. Win on three. 1, 2, 3.
Brook Lopez going to jump it up against Timofey Mozgov. These two were traded for each other. Lonzo down the middle. Lonzo all the way. Runner in the lane. Good.
See how easy that is?
Russell dribbling, top of the key. Russell pulls up, 17-footer from the elbow. Good.
That's his shot. He loves those little pull-up from mid-range.
Russell penetrating, left-hand layup. Good. Here is D'Angelo Russell dribbling with Lonzo on him. Driving right to the rim again. He tried to dunk it. He missed it. Kuzma's got it. Ahead to Clarkson. Clarkson backwards to Randall. Slammed up. Here comes Kuz out of the backcourt. Still dribbling. Down the middle. All the way. Lay it up and in. The Lakers blitz him for 2 easy baskets. Here's Lonzo dribbling down the middle. Backwards to Lopez. Another 3. Good again.
You have the talent level that Brook has, and you've been in the league long enough, you can anticipate a player of that level having a big game against his old team.
Lonzo with only 3 to shoot. Lopez is going to shoot a 3 to beat the clock and hit it. He's hit his last 3 three-pointers.
Some of those threes, I was yelling at my coaches, why is he shooting that? And he was making them, so we left them in.
Lopez, another 3. Good again.
It's hot tonight.
It's good to see him, you know, finding that comfort zone a little bit. And it was good to see those threes going in tonight.
Lopez 3 contested and it's in.
We have a large group of guys just gelling together on the run. We're all playing for each other. We believe in each other. We share the ball very well. We're a high energy group, you know, and we're only going to get better from here.
Lonzo dribbling, whips it into Lopez. Lopez right to the front of the rim, slam dunk. And what a game for Brook Lopez. 34 points and 10 rebounds. And the Lakers are going to run their record to 4-5 and win on the second night of a back-to-back.
On the next episode of Backstage Lakers, the captain takes to the streets to face his biggest battle.
People are alive today because of events like this.
And meet the man who helped capture his Hall of Fame legacy.